Good evening. Brian Paragamian, Senior Trader and Co-Founder of ProfessionalStockTraderLive.com, bringing you Thursday evening's technical analysis update for March 5th. And we continue to see bloodshed here on Wall Street. And today, some contributing factors here today. China, we thought yesterday was going to come out this morning with further stimulus package. We never got that. It was kind of like waiting for a birthday cake to arrive, and it never came. We had GM stating in their 10K this morning that potentially they're not going to be a going concern anymore, that they may liquidate the company. I talked about this here for I don't know how long. When GM was significantly higher, I said that this is a stock that's on its way to zero. It's going bankrupt. It certainly seems like that's where it's headed. The other factor is, again, I don't think Washington just gets it yet. The entrepreneurial spirit is not there. Until they shift their budget and the way they're approaching things, I think we're going to continue to see problems here in the stock market, despite the fact that I think that we are ready for a huge snapback bear market rally. I think the bottom line is you cannot tax and spend your way out of it, and tax the small business and tax your entrepreneurs the way they want to do it. This is where all the jobs are being created. I've got a real problem with that. Just my opinion, but sorry, that's how I feel about it. There's talk on the S&P 500 of earnings of $60 for the S&P 500. You apply a 10 multiple, you know, that gives you around 6,000 down. You apply around 11 multiple, that gives you where we're currently trading, 6,600. There's all kinds of talk on the S&P 500 on what the earnings are going to be or not going to be. It's a shamble out here right now, but again, we'll get through it together. Be patient, hang in there. We'll get through it together. A couple of things I want to talk about of note here. We've got gold up $25.90. Some of the fear factor coming back into gold. If we take a look at a chart on the gold futures, I'm not displeased by that. I certainly thought that this could happen, and it does not surprise me one bit. If we draw a downtrend line in right here, the downtrend line comes in up above in this area here. It could rally back all the way up to the 950 area. It would not surprise me here in the short term before starting another downtrend, which I definitely am looking for. You can see here it came back again, found support in this 50-day moving average as it did down in here. So again, not a surprise. We are still long-term bears on gold, and we are playing for that break accordingly. So no worries there at this time. Staying on that commodity front, we're going to take a look at Freeport-McMoRan, and here's a stock that, you know, on the daily charts, I like a real lot. You can see here how it's bottomed out here back in December, and you continue to have higher highs and lower lows as we go through March here at the beginning of March. It's also held its 50-day moving average for a period of time here as well. The one other thing I like on this spot here, and this here I'm introducing right now as a day trade idea for tomorrow, is I like the fact that as we look at the 10-minute chart on it, you can see right here, for one, it traded in the 31 to 32 range basically all day with the exception of the first 10-minute bar here. And the other thing that you can kind of notice, yesterday, being Wednesday, we traded down as low as 30.5 basically. This morning, again, we traded down to 30.5. So if we get a lower opening tomorrow, I think the stock can be bought. I think the stock can be bought on a lower opening or any subsequent pullback, because you then have a perfect spot where you can use your stop. You can run it in at 30.5. Because if that gets broken, then you might be in jeopardy of filling the spatial gap that comes in down at 28 3/4 area. So I think this is one that you can look at on your long side radar. And, you know, the stock closed down at 56 cents on the day. So despite a stock market down almost 300 points, this stock held in there. One other stock I want to take a look at here for a trading idea going into tomorrow is Amazon. And speaking about Amazon, we actually day traded that, believe it or not, from the long side this morning. Took 70 cents out of the trade, and we're very pleased by that. What I like about Amazon is, one, the stochastics are on a buy signal. The breakout comes in around the 66 area here. If you take a look at the resistance here on it, it comes in around the 66 area as we come across here. over the tops. And number two, you can see here, Amazon is slightly above its 200-day moving average. How do you like that? A stock closing down 4 cents. Internet stock, Amazon, down 4 cents in a stock market like this. You can see here you've got an uptrend you can draw going back to mid-January, and you've got yourself a stock that's on the precipice of breaking out to the upside. After it gapped up off the earnings, look at how the stock has just kind of chopped its way higher, backed off, and now ready to break out again to the upside. So Amazon is a stock I definitely would be looking at playing from the long side. I have it on your radar. Again, another stock I think you can look at playing on the long side into further weakness tomorrow. I think a great trading idea for Friday, March 6th. And I don't have really a whole lot to add here other than hang in there, be patient, play smart, and let's expect some type of a rally here in the coming days and weeks. This is the lowest level we've traded on the S&P 500 going back to September of 1996. We are on the verge of, I believe, something significant to the upside. I think Washington seriously has to get their head out of the sand, because if we're not in a depression, which I think we are in a minor depression, despite what people are saying, I've been saying this here for months now, they're going to head us into a depression as the stock market continues to tumble. I think it's very worrisome at this point. But again, members here at ProfessionalStockTraderLive.com, we're going to be just fine because we're going to do some day trading, we're going to do some swing trading, we're going to make money in no matter what market environment we're in. Be on the lookout here in the coming days. I don't necessarily know tomorrow, but I think somewhere between now and expiration, option expiration being March 20th, we're going to see such a rally that you're going to be amazed that the stock market can rally. And I'll probably be amazed myself, but that's what I'm looking for here, and I'm looking for a potentially a little more strength in gold here, and then I'm going to look for gold to break and break hard in the coming days and weeks. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning around 8:20.